in this class, we are going to see quant A3, which is basically allegation and successive percentage. And we are continuing the A module. And in this class, we are doing A3, which is allegation and successive percentage. So let me just very quickly share the screen so that you guys will be able to look at the concepts. So let's start with this now. What is allegation and what is successive percentage? Both are very straightforward, simple ideas. Let's first see the official definition for allegation. So what exactly allegation means is the moment you are supposed to find out the mixing ratio in which you are supposed to mix the ingredients so as to get the desired quantity or the desired proportion, that mixing ratio, the method to figure that out is called as allegation. Now this is the first part. What is the definition? The next important thing is how do we apply that concept to solve the questions. So the type of questions for allegation will be very similar to those of the weighted average questions. So let's read the question first. In what ratio you should mix the two varieties of tea powder, one costing 10 rupees per kilo, other costing 25 rupees per kilo, so as to get the mixture at an average price of 15 rupees per kilo. So if you remember weighted average wala question, in that question they had given us what is the price of the each quantity, price per kilo of each quantity, and how many kilos of each quantity is supposed to be mixed. And they were asking us to figure out the average price of the entire mixture. Whereas if you observe here, exactly ulta has been done. They have given us the individual price per kilo of the quantities, but they have not given us कि किसका कितना किलो mix करना है. In fact, that is what we are supposed to find out, but they have given us the average price of the mixture. So how do we do this? The representation is very critical. So at the top, on both the corners, left and right side, you write the prices that you are supposed to mix. For example, something like this. So on both the corners at the top, you write the prices that you are supposed to mix, which is 10 rupees per kilo and 25 rupees per kilo. Then in the middle, you write the average price that you are supposed to achieve, which is in this case is 15 rupees per kilo, something like this. And then the next part is very important, which is you do positive difference in the cross format. You do the positive difference in the cross format, which will be something like this. Positive difference, when I say, you are supposed to do 25 minus 15, which is 10, and 15 minus 10, which is 5. So 10 is to 5 is what you get. 10 is to 5 is eventually 2 is to 1. So 10 is to 5 is 2 is to 1. So this is the mixing ratio in which you should mix the two varieties, 10 rupees per kilo and 25 rupees per kilo, so as to get the average price as 15 rupees per kilo. Now this also means that 10 rupees per kilo wale ka you should mix 2 kilos and 25 rupees per kilo wale ka you should mix 1 kilo, so that you get the average price as 15 rupees per kilo. 2 is to 1 is your answer. And this entire representation of, writing the prices at the top, average price in the middle, positive difference in the cross format, and all of that is called as allegation. So whenever you are supposed to find out the mixing ratio, you do that with allegation. That's about the first of the part of this particular concept. The second part that we need to understand is successive percentage. It's again a very simple, very straightforward formula based idea. But before that, let's just see the question so as to understand when do we think of this. So the question is, A scores 10% more than B and B scores 20% more than C. Then by what percentage did A score more than C? Now this particular question can also be solved with a very simple basic idea of percentages. And here A is connected with B and B is connected with C. So we'll go ahead with the method of base 100 because the numbers are also very simple. and we'll start with C. So let's assume that C is 100. Then the data says that we scored 20% more than C. So obviously if C is 100, B is 120, 20 more than that. And then the point says A scores 10% more than B. So now B is 120, 120 का 10% will be 12. So जितना भी B ने किया है, A ने उससे 12 ज़्यादा किया है, यानी A ने किया है 132. These are the values, absolute values, and then the question was by what percentage did A score more than C? So now if I compare A with C, I'll easily understand that A has scored 32% more than C. This is the answer to this question, which we did it with a very simple idea called as method of base 100. But since we are exploring the idea of successive percentages, first of all, when do we think of successive percentages? So one very simple checking point that you can keep is that the moment you see 2 or more than 2 percentage values in any of the question, you should automatically think of successive percentage. The moment you see more than 2 values, 2 or more than 2 percentage values, you should automatically think of successive percentage. First of all, let me tell you the formula, then I'll come back to the application of the formula. So the formula is very, very simple and a very, very straightforward formula. And this is the formula. And the formula is under the assumption that both A and B are percentage increases. So it says A percent increase is followed by a B percent increase, which is equal to net change of. So the net change is equal to A plus B plus AB upon 100. Net change is equal to net, let me just write that down, net change is equal to A plus B plus AB upon 100, where A and B are supposed to be substituted in percentage only, absolute numbers straight away, and A and B are multiplied. Obviously A and B are added in the first half, second half they are multiplied. That's the operational part. Also, as I said earlier, this formula is under the assumption that A and B both are percentage increases. And one very important thumb rule that you should apply here is, or remember rather, is any percentage increase should be considered as positive and any percentage decrease will be considered as negative. So this formula is under the assumption that both are increases and hence both have been taken as positive. The moment you see any negative value or percentage decrease, you take it as negative. So accordingly formula will change up. Now this is the formula for successive percentage, and let's apply that to the questions that we were exploring. So the first question that we had was this A and B wala, right? 10% more than B and 20% more than C and so on. Here, as I said, 10% more is also, more is basically percentage increase and the other 20% more is also percentage increase. Both are increases. I can directly apply the formula, if you remember that, which was A plus B plus AB upon 100. So my A is 10, B is 20. Straight away apply the formula, and when you apply that formula, this is what you have in terms of successive percent ka structure. And the moment you simplify this, 10 plus 20 is 30, and this 200 upon 100, which is 2, 30 plus 2, you straight away get 32%, but in just one line, and you don't have to do this base 100 and all of that long cut approaches. So that's the beauty of this successive percentage. Straightforward formula, you just apply that. Now, since we have seen one question, let's very quickly do another one, which will enhance the idea even further for you guys. So the question is very simple. A price of the vegetable increases by 10% while the monthly consumption increases by 30%. Find the percentage increase in the monthly expenses of the vegetables. Again, straightforward thing. I can see 2 percentage values. I should think of successive percentage. And both are increases, as the question mentions itself. One is 10% increase and the other one is also 30% increase. So if I just very quickly apply the formula of successive percentage, both I am supposed to take as positive. And if I just apply that formula, A plus B plus AB upon 100, A is 10, B is 30. This is what I get. So 10 plus 30, 40 plus 3, straight away I get 43% increase in the monthly expenses. Why? Because expenses is a part of both the things, price as well as consumption. And if both price and consumption increases, expenses bound to increase, which is a real life example, right? For all of us. So this is how you just simply apply the formula of successive percentage. We had already seen the formula, but one quick point before we wrap this up that I would like to make here is that let's say you have 3 percentages now and you have to find out the net change. Don't worry, you start with any of the two, you carry that forward, and whatever is the net change of any of the first two that you have taken earlier, you do the successive of that net change with the remaining third value one more time, and the cycle will keep continuing again and again and again. So any number of percentage values you can have, and you can keep doing this successive स्टेप आफ्टर स्टेप आफ्टर स्टेप. जैसे नेट चेंज आते जाएगा किसी भी दो वैल्यूज का, उसको दूसरे रिमेनिंग वैल्यू के साथ पकड़ के वापस यू ट्रीट देम एज इंडिविजुअल टू वैल्यूज एंड यू डू द सक्सेसिव percentage. Percentage increase positive, percentage decrease negative. That's a simple idea. And the third important part related to this is the order in which you perform the operation is irrelevant. For example, whichever two you consider first is absolutely irrelevant as long as you follow the sign conventions properly. Increase you take plus, decrease you take minus. As long as you do that properly, the sign, the order does not matter. Whichever you want to take it as the first two, you are free to do that. You will keep getting the same answer. So these are some additional pointers that you can remember as far as successive percentages are concerned. So folks, that's it as far as this concept is concerned. Go through this. These two are very simple, very straightforward. You just remember those specific things and you are good to go. If there is still any queries, questions, do let us know. We'll be happy to address them. Thank you so much. Have a great day.